It's Dramatic Listening, the podcast where you learn English by listening to radio plays. I'm your host and teacher, Wendy Lambert.
Welcome back to Dramatic Listening. This is episode 85, and it's part 4 of Find 100,000 Barrels of Oil, a dangerous assignment radio play that was aired way back in May of 1950. As usual, the story is serialized on Dramatic Listening, so if you didn't catch the beginning of the story, you should go back to episode 82. I hope you've visited my new website, English Momentum, by now. If you haven't gotten around to that yet, please do. Dramatic Listening is now one part of the larger site, English Momentum. And already there's so much more available. So I encourage you to go there, get signed up, and you'll have the logged in experience. When you sign up, you're going to get my newsletter, the newsreel. It's a weekly lesson to help you watch a news video. And once you've signed up, you'll be able to log in to English Momentum and be part of the community. Your membership will let you comment on blog posts and download the dramatic listening transcripts. Still free, but now easier to get. Those transcripts used to be available on the podcast Source app, but you could only put them on your phone. So this way, they're on my website, and you'll be able to choose whether to download them to your phone, like before, or to your computer. So head on over to English Momentum and become a member. Our story today is a continuation of Dangerous Assignment, Find 100,000 Barrels of Oil. And in our last episode, Steve Mitchel, the government agent, learned about the logistics of moving the oil from the oil fields to the Persian Gulf. It goes by pipeline to Mirani, that's where headquarters is, and then by truck to the coast. He also learned about a family connection between Triflus and Harun. Triflus runs the truck line that transports the oil from headquarters at Mirani to the Persian Gulf, and Harun is the assistant field manager. In today's episode, Steve Mitchel joins Dean, the airplane pilot, on his patrol of the pipeline. I'm calling this episode an Enterprising Gent. Someone who is enterprising has a lot of drive and energy to start new things, like a new business. And you can see how the word enterprising and the word enterprise, which is another word for business, are related words, as well as the word entrepreneur. Okay, these are all very related words. We'll listen to Act 1, Scenes 5 to 7 shortly, but first we have 28 keywords to learn. And remember, these words are all posted on Quizlet. So if you're a Chinese speaker, you could learn these words with English Chinese flashcards and games at englishmomentum.com/Quizlet. And now for our key words. The first word is monotonous. Monotonous is an adjective that describes something that's boring because it's always the same. So something that goes on and on and on and on forever and doesn't change is monotonous. If you're driving across some very flat land, the prairies, you might feel that it's very monotonous because there's no change in scenery. Mono, the first part of the word, or even just the part that's mon, means one, alone, or single. And tone monotonous. We've got the word tone in there. That's the sound. So if you have one tone, it would be like and that would be a really boring song, right? A very monotonous sound. In Chinese, we would say dan diao fa wei. Factory work has to be the most monotonous kind of job. I even have a sore shoulder from doing the same movement all day, every day. Monotonous. Word number 2, altitude. Altitude is your height above sea level, and it's also used to measure the height of mountains or how high an airplane is flying. Altitude, Gaudu or Gaudi. This is your captain speaking. We're now flying at an altitude of 30,184 feet. That is 9,200 meters. Altitude. Word number 3, leak. Leak. Leak can be used as a verb or a noun. Here it's being used as a noun. A leak is liquid or gas that is escaping. It's getting out through a hole in a container. A leak in Chinese can also be secret information or lo that is told to someone so that they can inform the public. A leak can also refer to secret information, something that is told to another person and so that they can inform the public. So he was the leak, and Snowden did. He was that information, and he leaked information to a reporter. 泄露事件. An example of our first leak in this sentence. While hiking, I realized that my camel pack had a slow leak. I lost most of my drinking water. Leak. And by the way, do you know what a camel pack is? It's like a backpack that carries water. So it's a lot like the camel's hump. It really is. So it's a camel pack. Word number 4, tap into. This is a phrasal verb. If you tap into something, you pierce the container or you pierce the pipe and you connect a tap or you connect a new pipe to the other pipe and you draw out liquid. You could tap into it, tap into a keg of beer and draw out the beer, turn on the tap, and fill up your cup of beer. Or water, or oil. Any of these kinds of things could be tapped into. So in Chinese, we would say kai cai, or cho, to draw it out. You could also tap into a telephone signal or into a radio signal and get information. You could eavesdrop. So that would be jieting. WeChat, the app used a lot in mainland China. WeChat can help brands tap into the mainland Chinese market. Tap into. Word number 5, ruins. Ruins. The ruins are the remaining pieces of an old building or even of a whole city. So an old building, a bridge, a city has collapsed with age or it's been destroyed, perhaps in a war. We usually use this in the plural because there's usually more than one thing that has collapsed and fallen apart, I suppose. Ruins. 遗址 or 废墟 in Chinese. On our trip to Mexico, whenever we visited Mayan ruins, our guide told us about the Mayan way of life. He was so knowledgeable about that ancient culture. Ruins. Word number 6, archeologist. An archaeologist is a scientist who studies ancient cultures by digging up sites and studying the bones and the tools, the things that those people used in everyday life. 考古家 or 考古学家 in Chinese, archaeologist. The archaeologist was elated when he discovered a lost civilization in the Honduran rainforest of Central America. Archaeologist. Word number 7, reflection. Reflection. This word can have many related meanings. So in this story, when they use reflection, they mean the light hitting a shiny surface, such as calm water, and bouncing off of it. Fan guang or fan shi guang. The day seemed even brighter with the reflection of the sunlight bouncing off the snow. Reflection. Word number 8, expedition. Expedition. This is a journey that is taken by a group of people for a specific purpose, such as they're exploring that place or they've gone there to do research. Expedition, yanzhang or tanxian. The scientists are organizing an expedition to do an archaeological dig before the site is found by looters. Expedition. Word number 9, equipment. Your equipment is the tools, the apparatus, the machines that are needed for a specific purpose. 设备 or 装备 用具 or just 具 器械. All of these words can be translated equipment. The professional photographer had a lot of camera equipment for getting close-ups of birds. Equipment. Word number 10, warehouse. Warehouse. A warehouse is a large building that is used for storing goods. So if you make something in a factory, you'll put it in a warehouse, and from there you will send it out to stores where it can be sold. Warehouse. 仓库. Let's have an end-of-season clearance sale. I don't want these products sitting in a warehouse all winter. Warehouse. Word number 11, buggy. A buggy is a transportation vehicle. Originally, a buggy was a cart or a carriage that was pulled by just one horse. You only needed one horse to pull a buggy. In Chinese, that would be 双轮单坐的轻马车. So today this word sometimes gets used as slang to mean any kind of transportation vehicle, a car, a truck, an airplane. 坡马车 or 车辆, buggy. Remember, it's slang when it's used that way. Here it's used in its literal meaning. The Amish people have an old-fashioned lifestyle, getting around by horse and buggy, not by car. Buggy. Word number 12, nose around. If you nose around, this is kind of slang too, I guess. It's a two-word verb. If you nose around, it means you're looking around in a very inquisitive, curious, snoopy kind of way. It has the idea that you're intruding, that you're not welcome there, but you're kind of doing it in a sneaky way. Nose around. Tancha. We need better security. I came in early and found this reporter nosing around our office. Nose around. This is related to the word nosy. Okay, if someone's too nosy, they're interested in other people's business, matters that are related to other people have nothing to do with them. So nose around, be curious, look around. Word number 13, locate. Locate is a verb and it means find. So, 发现 or 找到. My daughter took off for Hollywood hoping to become an actress. I haven't heard from her for 2 months. Could you help me locate her? This sounds like a nervous parent, and I don't blame them. Locate. Word number 14, boarded up. Boarded up, 2-word verb. If something is boarded up, it is closed by nailing it shut, putting boards of wood over windows and doors. 用木板禁止某人进去 or 用木板封锁. You know that house that's all boarded up at the edge of town? They say it's haunted. I dare you to go in. Boarded up. Word number 15, outfit. An outfit is a group that works together as a team, an organization. So in Chinese, 单位, 组织, 团体, or 机关. What's the name of that outfit that's building the high-speed rail? Outfit. Word number 16, enterprising. Enterprising is an ing adjective. It describes someone who puts out a lot of effort and starts new things, especially new businesses. 奋发 or 金取心 in Chinese. The enterprising young man started his own company making Android apps. Enterprising. Word number 17, gent. This is an easy one. It's just a shortened form of the word gentleman or gentlemen. 男士 or 绅士. Now, if you gents would excuse me, I have some work to do. Gent. Word number 18, we have an idiom, a whole phrase. Have one's finger in a few pies. Pies are good to eat, and when you're baking things, it's kind of tempting to stick your finger in and taste it, right? So if you are making pies, perhaps you took some of the pie filling and tasted it while you were cooking. So if you have your finger in quite a few pies, it means you're involved in many activities and have influence over many people. When someone says this, they usually think that that other person has too much influence. Kind of dangerous that they have so much influence. In Chinese, to have your finger in quite a few pies is 染指预定 or 插手. Kevin O'Leary of the TV show Shark Tank invests in all kinds of businesses. He has his finger in quite a few pies. Word number 19, another 2-word verb, poke around. Poke around, nose around, these are basically the same meaning. So if you poke around, you look around or you look through something by rummaging. You move things around looking for what you want. 10 or 四处寻找. Someone's been in my apartment. It's a mess. but nothing's been stolen. Whoever my uninvited guest was had obviously been poking around in search of something specific. Poke around. Word number 20, accurate. If something is described as accurate, it is correct. It is free from error. 正确. Sometimes news agencies are in a hurry to be the first to get the story out, but they don't take time to check and see that their facts are accurate. Word number 21, an idiom, cozy arrangement. If something is cozy, it's comfortable and warm. You might have a cozy chair in your living room where you like to sit. But if it's a cozy arrangement, it means it's a deal or a working arrangement that is good for both parties. The person who uses this idiom when they're talking might be implying that he suspects these other two parties of planning and carrying out something wrong, something illegal. 舒适的安排，迎合讨好的安排。The politician made some cozy arrangements with big businesses. Their money got him into office, so now he owes them something. It's not right. Cozy arrangement. Word number 22, tight. If something is closed and it's difficult to open, you might say it's closed tight or closed up tight. It's fastened in place and it's difficult to open. 紧绷的. Make sure you wear your bicycle helmet correctly. The strap under your chin should be snug, but not too tight. Tight. Word number 23, circle around. If you circle around, you physically move around or you go around something in the shape of a circle. 周 or 绕过. The shark circled around the swimmer, curious as to what this new fish was. Circle around. Word number 24, pier. Pier. This is P-I-E-R. A pier is a dock, a walkway that goes out from the shore into the water. It's a place where a boat can tie up and people can get off or onto the boat. Motto. Let's take a walk out on the pier and look at the sailboats. Pier. Word number 25, barge. Barge. A barge is a flat-bottomed boat. It's flat-bottomed because it gets used in shallow water. So it's used to carry goods in harbors and rivers and canals. 驳船. The barge, so loaded with goods that it sat low in the water, was being pulled upriver by a tugboat. Barge. Word number 26, another idiom, getting warm. If you're getting warm, you're getting close to your goal, your object, or the solution to a problem. You might see children playing a game of hot and cold. They hide something, and the friend comes back in the room. They didn't see where it was hidden, but they get told, oh, you're cold. And they know, oh, it's not in this part of the room. And they move around, and their other friends tell them, oh, you're getting warmer. You're getting warmer. Oh, you're really hot now. And they're almost touching the thing that is hidden. So getting warm, you're getting close to solving the problem. 尾椎快要猜对了 or 快要发现目标了. The smell of her perfume lingered in the room, so I could tell I was getting warm. It wasn't that long ago that she was here. Getting warm. Word number 27, spin around. Spin around. If you turn quickly on one spot, maybe you pivot on the heel of your foot, then you spin around. 猛然转身. Someone called my name. I spun around quickly to see who it was. Spin around. Past tense I used in the sentence spun around. Word number 28, robe. A robe is a piece of clothing. It's long and flowing, and we don't really see people in modern Western dress wearing robes, but in other cultures we might. So in the Middle East, people do wear robes, 袍子 or 长袍. Saudi men usually wear long white robes when they go out in public, but not when going out for fast food or to the beach. Robe. And that's it for our key words. So let's listen now to Find 100,000 Barrels of Oil, Act 1, Scenes 5, 6, and 7.
Lots of sand down there, Dean.
You can say that again, Mitchell. A lot of sand and a lot of pipe. And this is about the most monotonous job in the world.
Yeah, I can imagine. You keep this baby at a pretty low altitude, don't you?
Have to, so I can spot leaks in the line.
Look, could anyone tap into the pipeline without your spotting it?
I don't see how. Even if they tried it at night, I fly so low I could spot the tire tracks the next day. And you can see yourself there's not a track in that sand for miles around.
Yeah. Hey, getting kind of dark. I guess waiting for me made you later than usual, huh?
Oh, a little, but that's okay.
The water over there, is that the Persian Gulf?
Yeah.
How far from here is it?
Oh, 8 to 10 miles.
What are those ruins over there on the coast?
That's what they call the lost city of Enzak. Several thousand years old. Great spot for archaeologists.
Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
I thought I saw a light over there.
Probably a reflection off the water. Nobody's been around there for at least 6 months. The last expedition was from London, I think. They still have their equipment stored in a warehouse over in Qatar down the coast.
Oh, yeah? Hey, just a hunch, but I think I'll take a trip over to Qatar as soon as you get this buggy back home. It's night when I get to Qatar. I nose around until I locate the warehouse right on the waterfront and all boarded up. The sign on it says Royal Institute of Archaeology, London. I nose around some more and find out that the warehouse is owned by an outfit called Gulf Enterprises. I head for their office. I wonder if you could tell... Well, my old friend Triflus.
Oh, Mitchell, is it not?
It is?
Yes, but of course. We met at the Oasis Club in Marane only last evening. The beautiful Sarita...
Yes, my compliments to the beautiful Sarita. Don't tell me that you run Gulf Enterprises.
Why not?
Looks like you're a pretty enterprising gent. A truck line, a warehouse.
Warehouse? Oh, yes, the one at the waterfront. I had almost forgotten the place. I have not been near there in months.
That archaeology outfit rents it from you, huh?
Yes. They still have much of their equipment stored there. They send me a check every few months from London. Why'd you ask?
Oh, just curious. You seem to have your finger in quite a few pies, Triflus.
Indeed.
Indeed. You truck oil here to the coast for the 5-star outfit. You also happen to own a warehouse that's rented to an outfit who's been poking around in some ruins up the coast. And you also happen to be the brother-in-law of Haroon, the assistant manager of 5 Star, to say nothing of being a friend of the dead checker, Yusef.
This is all quite accurate and interesting, Mitchell. But what does it prove?
It doesn't prove anything, Triflus, but it sure sounds like a nice, cozy arrangement. I'll be seeing you. I head back to the warehouse and try to get in, but it's boarded up tight. I circle around it to the water. The back end of the building rests on a pier. Then I spot something under the pier, a good-sized barge. I climb aboard, and a strong smell hits me. Oil. Now I know I'm getting warm. Then I hear a sound behind me. I spin around and spot 3 gents in white robes, and just one look at them tells me they don't want to shake hands. I swing on the nearest one. He goes down. I hit the water. Start swimming.
Mitchel, do not let him get away! Hey, take carefully!
I didn't figure them for guns. I've got to get underwater, but just as I start to dive... Oh!
And now it's time for the walkthrough. Scene 5 opens with Steve Mitchell joining Dean for a plane ride as Dean patrols the pipeline. Dean tells Mitchell that his job is monotonous. It's boring because it's always the same. All he can see is sand, 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 and pipeline, pipeline, pipeline. It's monotonous. Dan Diao far away. He has to fly at a very low altitude. Ta de gao du hen di. His height above the land is very low so that he can see the pipeline. He wants to check for any leaks in the pipeline, so if he's flying low, he could see if the sand was getting wet. A leak is where some of that oil might be getting out of the pipeline, low or low feng. Mitchell wants to know if anyone could tap into the pipeline without Dean noticing. 你不在的时候，有人能不能抽出油? And Dean says, no. Even if they did it at night, he would see the tracks in the sand from their truck, their tire tracks, in the morning. Their truck would leave a path in the sand. They fly further and Mitchell sees the water. It's the Persian Gulf, about 8 to 10 miles away. He also sees some buildings, some ruins, Yizhi or Feishu. It's a city that has collapsed with age, or perhaps it was destroyed, I'm not sure. We always add that plural S. Without the S, this word ruin has a much more abstract meaning. So when we're talking about a building or a city that's fallen down, it's with an S, ruins. Dean tells him it's the lost city of Enzak, and that archaeologists, Kaogujia, love to go there for their archaeological digs to see what they can find out about that ancient culture. Mitchell notices a flicker of light. It makes you wonder if someone's over there. Maybe they have something made of metal and the light hit it and you saw it flash, or maybe they even have a flashlight. Dean figures that it's just a reflection off the water. Fan guang or fan shi guang. He says no one has been there for 6 months. The last expedition, the last group of researchers that came, Tanxian, came from London, and they'll be back sometime because they left their equipment in a warehouse in Qatif on the coast. Their equipment is the tools that they need to do their dig. Tamen de Shibei or Yongju. So they left all of that in the warehouse Enzak in Qatar. That got Mitchel curious. He says he has a hunch, he has a strong gut feeling that this might be important to his investigation. He wants to get over to that warehouse as soon as possible. He says, as soon as you get this buggy back home, and a buggy is a light cart pulled by one horse. Well, they're not in a horse and cart. So he's using it in a slang kind of way to refer to the airplane. So as soon as you get this buggy back home, I'm going to go over there. This buggy is påmatcher. In the next scene, scene 6, Mitchel gets to Qatif at night. He noses around the town, so he's looking around, he's curious, he's inquisitive, but he's just looking. He's not going to stop and ask anybody to help him. He doesn't want to draw any attention, so just tansha. He looks around until he locates, or he finds fashion, or jiaodao. He locates the warehouse. The warehouse is all boarded up. Its windows and doors have been closed by nailing wooden boards over them. Yong muban jin zhi mo ren jin chu, or Yong muban feng suo. He sees a company name on something, so now he knows the name of the outfit, the group or the organization who left their stuff. Who owns the warehouse. Nigga Danwei, Zuzhi, or 20. He goes to their office to ask about who is using the warehouse. And surprise, surprise, he finds Triflus. Triflus has the truck line, but he also runs Gulf Enterprises and he owns the warehouse. Mitchel calls him a very enterprising gent. So gent is short for gentleman, nanshi. And he's also enterprising. He has started several different businesses. He's funfa. It takes a lot of drive to start a new business, so Triflus must have the drive, the energy, and the spirit to take that initiative. So in Chinese, that enterprising spirit is jin chu xin. Triflus doesn't think owning a few businesses should make him a suspect. But Mitchel says, you've got your finger in quite a few pies. You're involved in many activities. You have influence as a result over many people. Ranzhi Yuding, or Chasho. Mitchel is wary. What I mean is he's suspicious and he's cautious of the power and the influence that Triflus has. Mitchel names off Triflus's businesses and the connections he's making. He says the archaeologists have been poking around the ruins. They've been looking around, rummaging around, moving things to find something. So, Su Chu Shun Jiao. He sounds somewhat suspicious of the archaeologists, too, in referring to their work as poking around. Triflus says, that's right. What you say is accurate. It's correct, free from error, zheng quan. But it doesn't prove anything. Mitchel comments that Triflus has a cozy arrangement. He has a deal, a working arrangement that's good for both him and the archaeologists and perhaps other people that are involved. Shushir de Anpai. Mitchel warns Triflus that he is suspicious of him. He says, I'll be seeing you. That's not like saying, bye, see you later. It's more like a police detective telling a suspect, "Don't leave town, I'll be questioning you again." Act 1, Scene 7. Mitchell goes back to the warehouse to nose around some more. But it's all boarded up tight. He can't find a way in. The boards are fastened in place, and it's difficult to open. Jinbangda. He circles around. He moves around the outside of the warehouse. Rao Guo. He's looking for a way to get inside. The back of the warehouse is on a pier. That's a dock or a walkway that goes out into the water. Mato. And he sees a barge, a large, flat-bottomed boat that's used to carry goods in shallow water. Botran. He gets on the barge and he smells oil. Now he knows he's getting warm. So he knows from the smell of the oil, hey, this boat has been used in moving the stolen oil. So getting warm. Kwayao Tsai Duela. Okay, he's almost got it figured out. Kwayao Fashan Mu Biala. Suddenly he hears someone behind him. He spins around. That means he turns quickly on the spot. Mungran Drunshin. And he sees 3 men in white robes. They're wearing long, flowing clothing, which is typical in the Middle East. Paozi or Changpao. So these men are Arabs, and they don't want to shake hands, he says. In other words, they don't look friendly. They don't look like they've come to welcome me. They don't like having a government investigator snooping around their warehouse. Mitchell punches one of them with his fist. Then he jumps into the water to hide. But the men start shooting at him, and, oh no, Mitchell gets hit. And that's it for our walkthrough. We'll have to leave him there in the water and find out how he gets out of this tight spot next time. For now, let's listen to these 3 scenes again.
Lots of sand down there, Dean.
You can say that again, Mitchell. A lot of sand and a lot of pipe. Man, this is about the most monotonous job in the world.
Yeah, I can imagine. You keep this baby at a pretty low altitude, don't you?
Have to, so I can spot leaks in the line.
Look, could anyone tap into the pipeline without your spotting it?
I don't see how. Even if they tried it at night, I fly so low I could spot the tire tracks the next day. And you can see yourself there's not a track in that sand for miles around.
Yeah. Hey, getting kind of dark. I guess waiting for me made you later than usual, huh?
Oh, a little, but that's okay.
The water over there, is that the Persian Gulf?
Yeah.
How far from here is it?
Oh, 8 to 10 miles.
What are those ruins over there on the coast?
That's what they call the lost city of Enzak. Several thousand years old. Great spot for archaeologists.
Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
I thought I saw a light over there.
Probably a reflection off the water. Nobody's been around there for at least 6 months. The last expedition was from London, I think. They still have their equipment stored in a warehouse over in Qatar down the coast.
Oh, yeah? Hey, just a hunch, but I think I'll take a trip over to Qatar as soon as you get this buggy back home. It's night when I get to Qatar. I nose around until I locate the warehouse right on the waterfront and all boarded up. The sign on it says Royal Institute of Archaeology, London. I nose around some more and find out that the warehouse is owned by an outfit called Gulf Enterprises. I head for their office. I wonder if you could tell... Well, my old friend Triflus.
Oh, Mitchell, is it not?
It is?
Yes, but of course. We met at the Oasis Club in Marane only last evening. The beautiful Sarita...
Yes, my compliments to the beautiful Sarita. Don't tell me that you run Gulf Enterprises.
Why not?
Looks like you're a pretty enterprising gent. A truck line, a warehouse.
Warehouse? Oh, yes, the one at the waterfront. I had almost forgotten the place. I have not been near there in months.
That archaeology outfit rents it from you, huh?
Yes, they still have much of their equipment stored there. They send me a check every few months from London. Why'd you ask?
Oh, just curious. You seem to have your finger in quite a few pies, Triflus.
Indeed.
Indeed. You truck oil here to the coast for the five-star outfit. You also happen to own a warehouse that's rented to an outfit who's been poking around in some ruins up the coast. And you also happen to be the brother-in-law of Haroon, the assistant manager of Five Star, to say nothing of being a friend of the dead checker, Yusef.
This is all quite accurate and interesting, Mitchell. But what does it prove?
It doesn't prove anything, Triflus, but it sure sounds like a nice, cozy arrangement. I'll be seeing you. I head back to the warehouse and try to get in, but it's boarded up tight. I circle around it to the water. The back end of the building rests on a pier. Then I spot something under the pier, a good-sized barge. I climb aboard, and a strong smell hits me. Oil. Now I know I'm getting warm. Then I hear a sound behind me. I spin around and spot three gents in white robes, and just one look at them tells me they don't want to shake hands. I swing on the nearest one. He goes down. I hit the water. Start swimming.
Mitchel, do not let him get away! Hey, take carefully!
I didn't figure them for guns. I've got to get underwater, but just as I start to dive... Oh!
Let's talk about that for a minute. Now you've met Dean, the pilot. What did you think of him? Is he on your list of suspects or not? And then there's Triflus. He keeps showing up, doesn't he? But Mitchel has nothing on him yet. He has no evidence that truly connects Triflus with the missing oil. If Mitchel survives his gunshot wound, what will he need to do to get the necessary evidence? Please share your thoughts in the comments at www.englishmomentum.com/DL085 or on my Facebook page at facebook.com/dramaticlistening. Remember, the vocabulary is available on Quizlet at englishmomentum.com/Quizlet. And for those who want to review the vocabulary and read the radio play transcript, the bonus PDF is now at englishmomentum.com. So log into English Momentum, go to this podcast, number 85, and you'll be able to download the bonus PDF. And a reminder, you could be listening to Dramatic Listening on Stitcher. Stitcher is radio on demand. You'll find a link to Stitcher in my show notes at www.englishmomentum.com. Well, folks, that's it for this episode. Thanks for joining me again this week. Come back again in 2 weeks to see how the story develops. Bye for now.